Let me get the broadcast up. All right, session about to begin. Is YouTube live? Is YouTube live? We are live on the tubes. All right, welcome along, everybody, to my watch along for the Formula One 2024 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Almost forgot the name there. The final practice one session of 2024. What a year it's been. And we're starting off the final weekend with a practice session. And a pretty good practice session, to be fair. We've got a lot of new drivers on the grid. We have got... Wait, is that Luke Browning in the Williams? We've got Jack Doohan, obviously, making his F1 debut this weekend. We've got Awasa in the V-Carb. We've got Arthur Leclerc in the Ferrari. Isaac Hudger in the Red Bull. Felipe Dragovic, he's not new, but obviously in the Aston Martin. We've got... I forgot his name. He's come from WEC, I believe, from Toyota, and he's filling in for McLaren. And that's it. A lot of new rookies, or new drivers, I should say, doing a practice session today. So yeah, let's get into it. Practice one. If you're new to the watch along, though, this is how it works. You got my face over here, you got the Twitch chat down here, you got the live timings over here, and you got the session timer down in the bottom right. So let's get it on up. Perfect timing. The session has literally just begun. Let me make sure I'm not delayed like I was last week. That was fucking terrible, mate. All right, timer is up. Be sure to sync on up. But let's chat about everything that's happened. Yeah, obviously apologies for being delayed to the stream today on Twitch. Obviously I like to go live half an hour before the sessions, but just had some issues this morning, which didn't allow me to. So yeah, we are live now. How are the people on the Ferrari building? How's that even possible? Is that like a tour you could do, or are they just like rebels without a cause? Janice, welcome to the YouTube chat. All right, let me catch up on Twitch chat because I know I missed some things. First off, Patty, thank you so much for the 15-month resub. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you for coming in with the tier 1. Appreciate you supporting the stream as always, man. And it's Jograd, Fluffy Pants, Veha, IDK, and Cotton Candy. Thank you guys for the offline follows. All right, hello, Lemons, what's up? Thank you for adding all the emotes before the stream. RS7, hello, 22 minutes late part time. I'm sorry. Remember, the schedule is always just rough. You know, it's just a rough estimate of when I'll be live. Yeah, today was a bit later than I wanted to. So, Chris, play the new Roddy song. Is it a new Roddy song? Is it hype or is it slow? Stream dive for anyone else? No, I think it was just you. Acid, what's up? Everyone for the final race week. I know, right? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Corrins, Potts, Larry, DZ. How's it going, guys? Scully, what is up? Arthur to finish higher than Leclerc. You reckon? What's up? RS7. Did I just say what's up to you? We're already losing the plot. Well, the poster's back. Well, a couple of them are back. And the one behind me's fallen off, and this one up here I couldn't replace, so half of them are back, All right, Hirakawa. So, does anyone have any knowledge about Hirakawa? I don't. When he got announced, I'm not saying like, who's this guy? Who's this rando? Obviously, he's probably a great driver in another series. I'm not hooing him. I just don't know who he is personally. So, if someone knows about Hirakawa, I'd love to know more information about him. I believe he's come from WEC, from Toyota. Not sure. Apparently, he's somehow connected to the McLaren program, but I don't know how. Russell got Max pregnant. Oh my God, Max finally out of practice. Finally out of a practice session. Oh yeah, Max isn't driving today. True. Celerus, what's up, dude? We need Max to stay. We need the drama. Plus Dutch GP only extended to 2026. Well, the thing with the Dutch GP is, if you don't know, the Dutch GP did not get extended. It got extended for 1 year for 2026, was it? Was it 2026 or 2025 as last year? Either way, it's got extended for 1 year. And they've said that they're not going to be competing anymore. They're not going to be on the calendar anymore because of funding, which makes sense. The Dutch Grand Prix isn't backed by the government, and the track doesn't earn enough money from F1 to warrant how much they need to pay. And obviously, F1's a business at the end of the day, so they need to take the tracks that give them the most money, as it's a business. So it makes sense. Look, Dutch GP, am I sad that it's going? Not really. Yuki drinking a Red Bull on the pit wall as he watches. Who's in his car again? Awasa in his car. Yeah, look, am I disappointed Dutch GP is going? Not really. I don't think it's that great of a track. It's produced some some decent moments, but overall the racing has been pretty mid at the Dutch Grand Prix. It's like a Monaco without walls. It's like a Hungary without a long straight or corners to battle in. It was probably my least favorite track, one of my least favorite tracks on the calendar. The only thing that was good about it was obviously Max gets his home Grand Prix, and the fans, man. The fans, one of the best Grand Prix to attend or watch because of the fans. But, you know, it does suck we're losing it for that sense. Kind of similar to the French Grand Prix. It's like the fans deserve a Grand Prix in that country, but it just sucks that the track's not amazing. K-Mag and Max teammates in WAC to find defensive masterclass. Perez and Lawson at Red Bull next year would be wild. Imagine your last name is Verstappen PK and you end up a shit driver. Well, who knows? He might not even want to do driving, you know? Well, we don't even know if it's a boy or a girl yet, first off. So why are we saying he? Unless they said... Wheel... Wait, what's happened? Wheel clearance is bad. Wait, who's the yellow flag for? Did someone stop? No, they're good. Okay. Okay, I keep saying he, to be fair. They haven't said this section. Oh, okay. Yeah, first off, we don't know if it's boy or girl. I guess that doesn't matter for the last name, does it? Anyway, we don't even know if they want to go into F1. Yeah, imagine we got Kimi Raikkonen Jr. and what's his name? Is it Kimi? No, it's not Kimi, right? Raikkonen Jr. We got fucking Verstappen PK Jr. And we got who's the other like F1 kid that's kind of coming up the ranks right now? Robin Raikkonen. Devil season. Thank you for the follow on the stream. He won't retire. He won't retire. He'll stay to smack Russell's ass next season. Yeah, I think this happening means it's even more likely that Max won't re-sign with Red Bull and won't compete past 2027. Is it 2027 or 2028? Whenever his contract's up. But yeah, look, contract. Obviously, there's exit clauses. I'm sure there probably is something in the contract that's like, look, if I have a kid, I can leave or terminate the contract. Blah blah blah. You know, there's probably plenty of exit clauses. There might be like if the team. There could even be one that's like if the team's not top 3 or top 2 in the championship, I can leave. There's so many things that could end up happening. Who knows? F1's a crazy world. There's so many rumors nowadays. You know, but at the same time, Max is a pretty private guy, so. If there is a chance that he retires, I don't think we'll hear about it until the announcement. Oh, there we go. Isaac Hudgens had a spin. Oof. That's not a good start. That is not a good start. What's zero efficiency, man? That's not good though, man. Maybe that just shows how hard the Rebel is to drive. If my last name of Verstappen PK wouldn't even try to get a driver's license. Who the hell are these bozos? Reminder that all these new drivers are closer to Checo in the World Driver Championship than Checo is to Max. Why is R for Lel? Yeah, I saw someone tweet like, what are they going to do about Leclerc and the timing board? Well, Arthur Leclerc and the timing board. Well, just like they've done with Mick Schumacher and every other driver in the past, they'll just use their first name. Yeah, but yeah, why haven't they gone ALE? Why have they gone LEL? That kind of makes no sense. Obviously, big talking point this weekend. Jack Doohan, road to F1. He was an Alpine F1 reserve driver. Finished 3rd place in 2023 in F2. Finished 6th place in 2022 in F2. And then finished 2nd place in 2021 in F3. We'll talk more about Jack in a second. Let me just catch up on chat. But I think it's going to be interesting to see how Jack does this weekend in this Alpine. I think it's a lot of positives, but there are a couple of negatives. If he goes into the summer break with a bad result, it's going to be tough for him, man. It's going to be tough. They're just giving Verstappen and Russell from being on track at the same time. So many drivers. Hirakawa F1 FP1 debut. I can finally watch the stream and the F1 stream at the same time. Wait, what? Also, why does that emo look fucked? Oh, it's a Christmas one. Yeah, shout out. Everyone, please say thank you to Lemons for adding all the Christmas emotes to 7TV. Add me. What's up, dude? On the stream. What's up, Over Mars? Niche Sis, what's up? What's up? Do I remember you? Yes, I do. Wait. Do I remember you? I mean, I remember your name, unless you changed your name recently or something. But I do remember you. I'm joking, bro. I hope tomorrow is a better day for you. Yeah, I already said hi to me. I'm just so bad at reading chat. It's his longest song since Live Life Fast. Def Slower vibes for sure. Oh my god, what is that? Okay, the live Evo is not too bad. He's racing WEC under Toyota. What's he like as a driver? Like, is he a champion? Has he won multiple races? Stuff like that. I'd love to know that. He's running the McLaren Juniors. Interesting. McLaren Juniors who's in WEC. That's interesting. Ponden Ponden change. I haven't gone and fixed it since it's fucked this time around. He replaced Alex Palou as reserve. That's all I know. Oh, okay. All right, Awasa. So you finished 5th place in Super Formula. Oh, that's not great of a result. How come Awasa finished so far down in Super Formula? Did he miss a few races? In F2 at Dams, he finished 4th place. In 2022 was that? He finished 5th place. Well, when you look at it, Awasa's not had amazing results really in junior feeder categories, has he? Like 5th place in Super Formula when Liam finished P2, and he missed a couple races, and then you've got, you know, obviously 4th and 5th in F2. It's not amazing results. 2026 is last year for GP. Okay, yeah, so they extended it one more year, and then 2026 will be the last year. I see. I'm on a max contract. I'm chilling. Max could just buy it. Word on the street is Lemons is getting dropped soon. Interesting. How have they done a seat fit, yet Hudge is struggling with his legs touching the wheel? What? It's kind of random. Dutch GP will miss the Dutch fans. It seems like they're planning the sprint race weekend at the final over Dutch GP based from the reports. Interesting. Okay. You saw Ollie and Kim doing Super Formula test next week. Yeah, that's interesting. It's very, look, obviously extra time in an open wheel car. But it's strange that, you know, they've got a seat in F1. They don't really need to prove anything, but they're going to Super Formula. I know the cars are quite similar to Formula 1, so it makes sense. But, you know, it's kind of like, what does Super Formula gain from that, or the teams gain from that? I guess they're F1 drivers now. I don't know. Cool. I just, again, something unexpected that I woke up to this morning. Max is leaving F1 though, so Dutch GP isn't needed. Yeah, that's true. Hi, how are you, sir? What's up, Pate? Monaco is France. I don't care what anyone says. They didn't say the section. The future female World Driver Championship, Verstappen PK. Max on the pit wall as well, so Nessa GP. He looks so weird. Without a hat on, out of the car. Kind of random. Jacko's kid is also racing. Need Russell and Max crash and manifest it. I mean, the tensions are high, man. Tensions are high. We'll talk more about Max and Russell in a second. Max already stepped down to Panoply though. Would another kid make him retire? Well, I think it's a different situation, right? Obviously, Penelope isn't obviously his kid. And Penelope's old. I don't know how old Penelope is, but you know, she can walk, she goes to school, I assume, stuff like that. And obviously that's a lot easier to manage than a newborn baby. And, you know, depending on what Max is like, he might want to be a full hands-on dad. He wants to experience, you know, the birth of his child, because Formula 1's very full on. And depending on when she has the baby, if she has it at the start of the season, you know, he's going to be traveling to Australia, to Asia, doing all these different Grand Prix. Like, who knows? We don't know. Wanted to race longer, but I get it. Also forgot Russell's nickname. Breaking, Chinese GP is extended to 2030. They just announced that. Have they actually just announced that? Or am I being trolled? Oh wow, they have. Breaking, Chinese Grand Prix extended to 2030. I don't really have an opinion on that. I think Formula 1 needs to be in China. China is obviously one of the biggest countries in the world. There's a huge market in China for to capitalize on. The Chinese Grand Prix, I think, is a track that should be good for Formula 1. The long straight, the sweeping corners. Brown have a little bit of an issue. It really goes to show how hard these cars are to drive when these new guys get in it until you have problems. Yeah, Chinese Grand Prix. I think looking at the track, it should be a track that's good for Formula 1. You know, it was notorious for being kind of a mid-track for a couple years after that 2019 Grand Prix. Then we didn't have it for a few years, and then it came back this year. We had the sprint, but it was also that part of the season where, like, the Red Bull was quite dominant. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I just heard a knock on my wall. There's no way my neighbors knock on my wall at 9:43 a.m. Surely not. Surely that was just like an accidental knock. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Chinese Grand Prix. I think it should be a good track for Formula 1. We've only seen it 1 year with these new cars, so we can't really make much of a judgment. But yeah, 2030, it makes sense to be on the calendar, to be honest. I doubt they wanted to have ALE on the timing board. Wait, what's ALE? What's bad about ALE? Isaac was fastest for FP1, FP2. F2. Oh, I forgot. Wow, I forgot Hudge is still competing in a F2 championship while also driving an F1 car this weekend. Room for McLaren. Imagine being Perez and you're not actually going anywhere, but every damn day there's people hyping up your exit. Yeah, I think it's looking. I honestly, it's looking more and more likely that he'll be finishing up at the team just from what Christian's been saying in the media, the big publications. Yeah, it makes sense. It's just Checo just seems very confident that he's staying because he's got a contract, but contracts don't mean much when there's money. Pharaonic, name with the volley. Bro has an Uno code, so random. Wait, what do you mean an Uno code? Wait, where's that popped up? Oh, what the fuck? Why is that in chat? Thanks for noticing that. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Stream Elements. So if you don't know how Stream Elements works, it's like the chat bot and stream overlays and stuff you can have on stream. They always add like sponsorships. They're very shitty, like very shitty sponsorships. Like Raid Shadow Legends max payout $40,000, and then you click on it and it's like get 7,000 people to download the game to earn $4,000. Anyways, I saw the Uno one, and I was just like, oh. Lando's been hella impeded by Lewis though. Yeah, so anyways, I clicked on the Uno one just to check like what it was. And it just instantly was like, welcome to the program, welcome to the sponsorship. Let me delete all these now. So that's fucking annoying. That's so random. Alright, do not click that link. I mean, unless you want to. Okay. Let me know if you see anything Uno somewhere, because that's annoying. I honestly don't look at the Stream Elements bots, because, like, they're just automated. My eyes just glance over them. They're supposed to look really good, but they're quite expensive. Only there was some way to get a discount on them. Exactly, like Paddy said. If you like these posters behind me, and you are looking for some yourself or want to get some for Christmas present, link the chat. Use code Ponden20 for 20% off after you click the link. There's some pretty cool ones there, and I got a new one on the way. The new Max Verstappen Championship one is on the way. I also didn't miss any races to perform this year, so okay. P5, look, part of me is like, oh wow, P5 in your first season is good, but like when you compare it to Liam, it's not that good. The way Perez was talking yesterday, I think he's getting his stroke cut finally. The seat fit would be for his ass, but the pedal location, etc., would still be set to Max's size. I see. So we'd have had Hudge's voice in such good quality, honestly. I mean, usually when I watch a Twitch stream on my phone, I'm not able to watch the F1 at the same time, but now it allows me to mute the F1 one, and I can just watch with you as main audio. I see. Yeah, you could. I think you've always been able to do that on Twitch. You can click the cogwheel and go audio only if that's what you're talking about. Crofty is commentating FP1. Yeah, he's been doing it like the last couple of weeks. I wonder why. I think Penelope is like 6 or 7 years old now, right? Ross has proven a point. Well, Norris is going to beat that now. China had insane marbling last year. Yeah, true. One of the drivers at last night's GPDA dinner told me that George Russell was last to arrive and they had saved him a seat next to Max Verstappen. He declined to take the spot and moved the chair elsewhere. Fair enough. Gonna need you to Google ale. How do you not know? Ale is a star of the bear. Oh, I know what an ale is, but like his name's Ale. That's not a big deal, is it? Who is HIR? That's Hirakawa. He's a WEC driver for Toyota. Apparently just learning now that he's a McLaren part of the McLaren program. So he's doing the test today, or the practice session today. Also, what's the reaction when you realize Max would be dead? I woke up this morning and I was like half asleep and I was like, what the fuck, is this real? And then I was like, wow. And yeah, after I saw like 1 million likes on the post. Yeah, my reaction was wow. Big congrats to Max. I think you can tell he'd be such a great dad. You know, the way he handles Penelope, the way he handles the situation with Penelope, and just, you know, on stream, you see all the moments he has with Penelope. I think he'll be a great dad. And then my second thought was, oof, I think it's becoming more and more likely that we'll see Max retire soon. And if Max retired at the end of this year, I would not be surprised. Perez almost 2 seconds faster than 100 on harder tires. Check if 2025 will drive champ. Colbert will be getting grid penalty and new gearbox outside the allocation. Oh my god. More money. Wait, seriously, a new gearbox for the final race of the season? Just don't even race at that point, honestly. Don't even race at that point. What the fuck is that ad? Yeah, but the GP is UAE. Wait, what? How the fuck Williams when you get what's the amount of crashes? Ale is also just soda, lol, ginger ale, for example. Yeah, but the GP is UAE. Yeah, fair. Happy with Spotify rap. Well, we're gonna do Spotify rap reviews, but maybe we could do it in between sessions. But somewhat expected, somewhat not expected. I don't expect Gunner to make my top 5. How excited are we for qualifying this race? I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Abu Dhabi's just Abu Dhabi, isn't it? Like, there's no championship on the line. Well, actually, there's a constructors championship. You know what? I think the weekend just needs to build up. I think I just need a little bit of build up for the weekend, and then I'll start feeling it a bit more. But right now, I'm just kind of like, Abu Dhabi drivers championship's done. You know, like, we got 2 practice sessions today. You know, I think this weekend's going to be a very emotional weekend. You know, you've got Lewis leaving Mercedes. He's not leaving the sport, but obviously he achieved most of his career at Mercedes, so he's leaving. Sainz leaving Ferrari. Then it could be Bottas, Joe, Magnussen's last race ever in Formula 1. Colapinto, who knows when he'll get a seat again. Yeah, I think there's a lot to talk about this weekend. Don't think Williams can afford Sainz's contract anymore. Off the Red Bull he goes. Only thing I didn't like was Not Like Us in my top 5 songs. It was the only inaccurate thing compared to my Stats FM. Great song still. Man, when his Spotify rap is exactly the same as the music you listen to throughout the year. Well, no, but the thing with Gunner, though, is like, I don't go out of my way to listen to Gunner. I like a couple of his songs, and I listened to his album maybe a couple times this year, but I didn't expect to be at the top. But I think it just goes to show, one, I got a few Gunner songs on my playlist, but also how much Gunner is like favored by the recommended. It's the same with Travis Scott and Overdue last year. Like, it was just like, why is this song my number 1 song? But it's because it was always in the recommended, and I let the recommended play so much. Gunner is so much about absent-minded listening. I'd say the thing with Gunner is his like, you put it on and it's like the vibe, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't listen to a Gunner song and go and like rap to it or like, yeah, fully in depth. It's more like a, you know, I'm walking around the town and I got Gunner playing in my ears and I feel swaggerlicious, you know what I mean? I saw some guy have 225k minutes listened and 5,060 plays of Mr. Morales. What the fuck? Dude, Liam had like 150,000 minutes. That's crazy. Honestly, the Max / Russell drama is keeping me interested in the GP. Honestly, we need to talk about it, but I don't just want to talk about it right now. I want to go through Discord and go through every quote that they said. So if you're here to listen to my Max or Russell opinions, stick around after practice. We're going to go through Discord and have a read of all the news from the week. And obviously, there's a lot of news about Max and Russell, which we want to talk about. So stick around for that. Otherwise, every other news story I'm happy to talk about. It's just that one I feel like I don't want to give my opinions unless I have the quotes up in front of me. I think it's going to be a bit between Merck and Ferrari this weekend, but McLaren is the third fastest car. Ooh. I think Ferrari will be slow here. My pre-weekend predictions is... Mercedes and McLaren top 2, Ferrari 3rd, Red Bull 4th. I mean, Red Bull, Abu Dhabi's always been a really strong track for Red Bull. Excuse me. I think they've won like 8 times here ever. But yeah, I don't think this is a track that will suit Red Bull, but we'll see. Well, Max is saying Leclerc has a new energy store in his car. Will that be a pen? Surely not. Today's the day, Ponden. Biggest butterfly effect you started is going to be completed. Wait, what's that for? What, Roddy stuff you talking about? Why, I missed that. What's Tate confused about? They said that he was going to be an option for the test. Is this offer still on the table, sir? What is this? I keep seeing people genuinely think Daniel Ricciardo is not getting a seat back in Formula One. Clip it right now. If Daniel Ricciardo, obviously if he chooses not to come back, this is different. But if Daniel Ricciardo cannot get a seat in Formula One, as in like a team doesn't want him, he can't get a seat, I don't know. I bet $100 that. Bro, that was 2023, about 2024. He got a seat in 2024. Would you be annoyed at me if I said can I? Oh, no. That's my bad. My bad. I'm sorry. This might be outside. Oh, so Leclerc will get a pen. Oh, if that's not good for the constructors. I got my gobbledygoo. Look at this. Wait, how do I tip this without spilling it? It's some bullshit. It's kiwi fruit juice, man. Love me some kiwi fruit juice. Kiwi fruit, low-key mid. Kiwi fruit taste, low-key underrated. Like, as a fruit, it's just annoying. Having to get a fucking spoon, hairy ball sack, fucking fur, coating. Sometimes you get a golden one, sometimes you get a green one. Low-key mid. But the taste? Hell yeah. Is this practice session a young driver's test session? Almost JK, right? No, so for people who don't know, every team must fulfill... They must do 2 separate young driver tests, or 2... They need to give up practice 1 for 2 drivers. For 2 sessions. 1 for each driver. They've just like low-key just added an A font to the radio for Leclerc. So yeah, so obviously all these teams now need to fulfill their last session before the end of the year. Doohan's obviously... Does Doohan count as a young driver sesh? Because technically he's going to do less than 2 Grand Prix. But yeah. Going through the list again, because we kind of briefly went over it before. So, who we got at the top right now? Doohan. Well, Doohan's doing pretty good. 1.2 seconds. I mean, he's obviously 7/10 off of Gasly, but, you know, he's up there. Luke Browning. Interesting to see him get the Williams seat. Obviously makes sense, though. He's kind of next in line for Williams, even though he's just graduated from F3 to F2. So, the fact that he's already getting an F1's test is really cool to see. I think Browning will make it to Formula 1. I think he's done pretty good in F3. He's done pretty good in the first F2 races. So yeah, I think we'll see him in F1 one day. Hudger, obviously F2 championship contender this weekend. Be sure to watch the streams for F2 this weekend. 0.5 points between Hudger and Bortoletto for the championship. It's going to be fucking good. They were Arthur Leclerc's brother. Can I be honest? I think he's the least exciting driver out of this group of rookies. I think Arthur Leclerc had a very, very, very mediocre junior career in F3 and F2. And now he's, in my opinion, the only reason he's a reserve driver for Ferrari is because he's Leclerc's brother. I think if Leclerc did not exist, Arthur would not be at the team. Yeah, look, is he a terrible choice for Ferrari? No, but like, other than, oh my god, their brothers are there at the same team, and it's like good for Leclerc to have his brother around. Other than that, like, what does Arthur Leclerc bring to the team? Nothing really. You know what I mean? Like if you have the option to have Zhou, the Chinese market driver who's driven an F1, I'm picking Zhou over Arthur Leclerc any day of the week. I'm picking Giovinazzi any of the day of the week. You know, maybe he's just replacing Robert Schwartzman because Robert Schwartzman's moving on. Fair enough, but yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? Because I mean, I'd put Dino Bogdanovic. He's Ferrari, right? I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Arthur Leclerc. They got Felipe Drugovich. Good to see him in the car. Obviously, one F2 and then kind of just been sitting on the sideline for years. His only chance of being an F1, I think, is if Stroll or Alonso leave, which is not going to be for a while. And then even if they do leave, Aston Martin's got the money to buy anyone they want. So I don't know. I think Drugovich is going to be a perma reserve driver for the rest of his life. Then we got Isaac Hadja. I know you got spoke about Hadja already. And then we got Hirakawa. Spoke about him a little bit already. Whack, Toyota driver coming over to Formula One to do a little bit of testing because he's a part of the McLaren program. And then we got Iwasa, who is struggling out there right now. Hasn't set a time? No, he hasn't. What's happened to Iwasa? Oh, he's coming out now. Obviously, Iwasa did a few seasons. Obviously, did F3 and F2, the normal route, in a pretty competitive grid. Didn't do too great, but showed a lot of talent. Then went over to Super Formula for a season. Did okay. Yeah, I think I think he was just like 1 year younger than Liam or 1 year before Liam. So he's kind of like next in line after Liam. But the thing is, with the way the Red Bull program is and it's so chock-a-block, they tend to skip a couple people. So just like Liam's had to sit on the sideline for a couple years because of Yuki, I think they'll just skip over Iwasa and put Hadja straight in the car if they have the opportunity. I mean, look, the rumors are looking likely. It is looking like we'll see Hadja in the grid next year and we'll have 6 rookies, which is crazy. Which I definitely leave in the Kick family, I reckon. Is Maloney still a part of Sauber Kick program? Oh my god, I've completely forgot about YouTube chat. Guys, I'm so sorry. Why do I keep forgetting? Doha, what's up? How do you think Duan will do this weekend? Talking about Duan as a whole, I don't know about this weekend, but talking about Duan as a whole, I think next year he'll be the worst rookie. I don't think he'll be bad. I don't think he'll be Latifi, Mazepin status, but I do think he'll be like a Zhou. Like, he'll come into the sport, he won't really crash, he'll be a solid driver, but he'll ultimately just be like, I mean, look, Zhou in his first year was matching Bottas, but Bottas wasn't great. And then the next 2 years, he's kind of been poo. I think Duan will be like that. I think he'll come in, he won't crash, he'll be a great personality for the sport, but I think he'll just be second to Gasly most weeks. And after a year, LP will need to make the decision. Do we keep building up to it, or do we just go for another driver with how stacked the grid is? So it depends what they want to do, really. That's my predictions. In terms of this weekend, though, I mean, it's his first time properly in an F1 car. He's obviously done F1 tests before. He's done a few tests with older cars. So we'll see how he does. But yeah, it's a hard one, right? Because I don't think Duan has any expectations this weekend. Should have any expectations this weekend. He's a rookie coming in for his debut race at the end of the season. Every other driver pretty much has been driving these cars all season. They're adapted. And he's coming in to his first race. A lot of people don't give a fuck about the championship anymore. Like, the championship's over. So it's like, you know, he's kind of coming in. There's a little bit of no pressure, but at the same time, there is still that constructors fight between Alpine and Haas. So, you know, if Haas do end up delivering, you know, or if Gasly ends up delivering and Haas is there, like, Duan needs to make sure he gets points. I think Gasly put in a nice points gap last week with this result. But, yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I want to say no expectations for Duan, but obviously we know how cutthroat F1 is. And, you know, I think for me, he needs to build up his confidence coming into next year. He needs to build up his confidence. If he comes into next year with a poo mindset of like, oh my god, this car's hard to drive, blah, blah, and he goes the whole summer break. Dude, Hudja, man. I saw a tweet that was like, if you think Yuki's bad on the radio, wait till you see Hudja. Hudja is a menace. In a good way. I think Yuki is like angry man on the radio. Like he's like, his temper gets to him. I think Hudja's just a yapper. You know what I mean? Like he's just like, what is he doing, guys? Like, what is he doing? It's just like, I don't know. Yeah, wait till you see Hudja on the radio. Anyways, back to Duan. Yeah, I think he just needs to build his confidence up bit by bit. I think he just needs to have a clean weekend. No crash. You know, it doesn't matter how far he is off Gasly. Just have a clean weekend and get adapted to the car. Because I've said this already. I think there's a lot of pros for Duan coming in with one race to go. The only negative is if he has a bad weekend. That's the only negative. And obviously the negative is you don't get to debut at your home track. And your debuts at the end of the season. That's a bit boring. But I don't think that really matters anymore in Formula 1. I think this is going to set up his season next year to be a lot better. I mean, think about it this way, right? Your first race, you have to get adjusted to the seat, get adjusted to the G-forces, to racing amongst other cars, qualifying sessions, the tires, your engineer, the radio, the drinks bottle. There's so many things you need to adapt to. Media, right? And then when it's your home Grand Prix as well, it's going to add so much extra shit. So I think Duan's probably low-key, well, I mean, obviously very happy he gets that extra week and the weekend in the car because he can come into his debut next year at his home Grand Prix and be a lot more comfortable. Oh, I'm so excited for next season, man. Next season's going to be so good. Why is so many new drivers running in practice? I kind of mentioned that already. But what's up, Gideon? What's up, Shannon Bullock? Friday doing Ferrari things. Hey, our boy Max is a dad now. Yeah, I was speaking about that before. I'm an absolutely crazy man. Sorry again for forgetting about YouTube chat. I always forget about it. I don't want Lawson to go to Red Bull this season. How come? Will Charles get a grid pony for a new power unit? It's not a power unit. It sounds like it's an energy store, which I believe is a 5-place grid pen. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's out of his allocation. He should get one, right? Charles' old fried engine that the team refuses to change will single-handedly lose in the World Constructors' Championship, you reckon? If Max retires after this weekend and Perez is dropped for 2025, who do you think will join Hudja and VCARB? I think if Max retires, Perez isn't going. If Perez gets dropped and Max retires, I think we'll see Liam and Yuki at Red Bull. Maybe they'll bring Daniel back. I don't know. Who fucking knows, man? That's a bad situation to be in. Yeah, I think it would be Yuki and Liam at Red Bull or one of them plus Daniel. And then the other one would, the other driver would be Hudja. Or if it's Liam and Yuki go up to Red Bull, it would be probably Hudja and Colapinto maybe at VCARB. Something like that. I don't know, man. That I don't even want to think about that. I don't think Red Bull want to think about that either. Agreed on the Duan take. He'll be chilling in the midfield to backfield. Also agreed on the Duan expectation for this weekend. He just needs to make 0 headlines. No pressure either way, but especially not bad. Yeah, exactly. You do not want bad headlines. Avoid the bad headlines at every cost. All right, Hudja goes within 2/10 of Perez. That's a good showing so far. Lel. Hudja is something on the radio, honestly, man. Alpine is a toxic work environment, you reckon? I don't know if Alpine's toxic, other than the rumored toxicity between the English and the French work bases. I don't think Alpine's a toxic work environment. I think it's just a very, very, very mismanaged, bad, like, no direction team, right? Like, take Ferrari, for instance, right? They are clearly, we are a luxury sports car company. Our goal in Formula 1 is to be the best, because if we do better, our cars sell more, and they stay within their Italian group of people, right? Is that probably more a hindrance than a goodness for them? Probably, because it's, it's you're just limiting the talent pool, sticking with Italians, but they got a clear direction. We're an Italian team, and we're Italian. Alpine don't know if they want to be a French team, if they want to be a luxury car company, if they want to be a midfield F1 team, where they want to be an engine manufacturer. Like, are they there to win championships? Are they there to get podium? Like, what are they there for? They lack so much direction. They lack so much behind them with their branding. It's really confusing. I honestly think, as much as I understand why Alpine made its way into F1, because Alpine is the luxury brand of Renault, I think Renault makes a lot more sense to be in Formula One. Renault is I had no clue what Renault was before I got into Formula One. And now I see Renaults everywhere. Whereas Alpine, I've seen one Alpine in my life. I was at some random hotel parking lot. Someone else drives a Red Bull and is behind Perez. 45 Ron, thank you for the follow, dude. It'd be rough for Red Bull, but they can't keep Perez at this rate. Also, I think Colapinto is out of contention for the V car based on Christian's comments. Yeah, news is reporting that Colapinto's out of contention for multiple reasons. One, apparently Williams was asking for way too big of a buyout, which, I mean, that's just that's the problem you have being a junior driver for a team is, you are limited to that team a lot of the time, what they want to do with your contract, because they're putting the money in you. So, they are going to have things that need to be done for you to be able to leave. But also because of his recent performances being a bit weak. How's your radio on Reddit? Did I miss it? Fuck. Yeah, I'm on ads right now. I can't hear it. Sorry. Oh, there's an error on the document. L1 will also be using his 6 gearbox and will also get a good pen. Interesting. Man, what Renault is the low-income car in EU, especially if you're near France. I'm from Turkey. My dad's first car in the 90s was a Renault Flash. F1 came much later. Yeah, so I mean, I understand Renault's kind of like the low-income, or like is on the lower income end. It's like a Toyota. It's like what's another like cheap car company? Let's just say Toyota. It's like a Toyota, right? Does that brand suit Formula One? Well, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Marketing's marketing. If Renault is in the midfield in Formula One, that's still fucking good. I was going to say Hyundai, but Hyundai's had a bit of a turnaround recently. They've become more like mid-end. Wasn't the Ruby buyout for Colapinto like 20 mil? Yeah, so like, look, if you're Red Bull, you've got to buy out Checo's contract, which is probably 20 mil, and then you got to buy Colapinto's contract 20 mil. 40 mil to get a Colapinto when you've got Liam, Yuki, Awasa, Hadja all there. Not worth. Suzuki, yeah. I've got Ford is coming in 2026 as well. Yeah, dude, 2026 is going to be crazy. Audi, Ford, obviously as a power unit. Cadillac. Oh, it's going to be good, man. I cannot wait for next year and 2026. As much as I'm loving this season, I am looking forward to just kind of getting it out of the way a little bit. Like, I obviously missed half the season in terms of content this year. The championship's now over. I'm absolutely loving watchalongs at the moment. Like, absolutely loving watchalongs, loving the YouTube content. But I do feel like I kind of started the year off on a back foot. Missing the F1 game release, missing, how many watchalongs I missed this year. I'm so excited to get back into the normal groove. And, here's Hudge's radio. Another Williams blocking him? Copy that. No way to get hit with another copy that from the engine now. Dude, I think Hudge needs to chill on the radio a bit, you need to show that you're calm and ready before, like, not fucking shouting. Oh, yeah. But yeah, what I was saying was obviously start of the season on the back foot, missing so many races. Not getting properly into the groove of content with the F1 game and stuff like that. But I've absolutely been loving watch-alongs. I've been loving the YouTube content and stuff like that. But it has kind of been like weird coming in halfway through the season or playing catch up, if that makes sense. But I'm looking forward to some time off, get some things organized for New Year and just go fucking hard next year like we did in 2021, 2022. Will Honda be back? Yeah, Honda's the power unit for Aston. Toyota's going to be with Haas. Yeah, Toyota with Haas. Fuck me. It's going to be fucking sick, dude. Are the rookies going to wait till the last 10 minutes to crash, or... It's interesting. One of the drivers with the most experience is last right now. 3 seconds off the pace. Holy fuck. 3 seconds off. I mean, to be fair to Hirakawa, I'm assuming he probably hasn't driven open wheel cars in a very long time. I don't know. Maybe remind me. After the session, we're going to get up Hirakawa's Wikipedia and have a look. But he's 3 seconds off right now. That's not great. Should stop slacking, noob. Very hyped for next year's season to be amazing. Honestly, man. I think there's no world that next season's a bad season. Unless one team just shows up and dominates, which I think is unlikely at this point. Next season is going to be great. Yeah, I think we're going to have a 2021, 2022-esque season the next couple of years where 2021, banger season. Everyone's talking about Formula One again. It's fucking amazing. I mean, even now, it feels like everyone's talking about Formula One again. And then 2026 will be the equivalent of 2022 where, I mean, hopefully it's not as boring as 2022, but that start of the season, new cars, all new liveries, you know, new teams in the sport, new drivers. Those first few races are absolutely banging. Let's just hope, though, that the season doesn't become boring. But, you know, the hype of just... Remember the hype? I still remember testing. We saw that little battle in testing, and I was like, oh my God, the cars can follow. And then that first race of the season, the cars could follow. It was crazy, man. I can't wait to experience that again. Arthur also way off. Damn. I mean, he's only 1.8 seconds off of Leclerc in comparison. Hirakawa was 3 seconds, but still, yeah. Not great. Hunter still thinks he's an F2. Alpine, I mean, High-Tech, Alpine are going to be interesting. You reckon High-Tech's going to take over Alpine? Could do. Bottas confirmed the meal cost him 5,400 USD. That ain't bad. I mean, it depends where they went, right? But 20 people, $5,400. Let's do the math on this. Because I'm assuming it's an expensive restaurant. Wait, it was 17 people divided by 17. That's not bad. $300 per meal for F1 drivers at probably a bougie restaurant. I mean, to be fair, that is expensive. That is actually quite expensive when you think about it. Like, a steak, a side, and a drink, $300 each. Okay, that's expensive. But what I mean is, for F1 celebrity status, 5,000 isn't that much. In the UAE, exactly. In the UAE, celebrity, expensive. Yeah, 320 for a premium meal, kind of smash, not gonna lie, yeah. I think because last year, I remember the rumored cost was like 20K. Sounds like a standard meal for Abu Dhabi. Man, I'd love to know like what people got to eat and what the conversation was like. Yeah, it's good. Privacy, security plus parking. Will Hamilton clash with Verstappen in 2025? Will Hamilton clash with Verstappen in 2025? It just depends where they are on the track, right? I think if they're in a battle with each other, I mean, they're not going to clash, but they're going to have I think they'll have some great moments on track again. I think the only person Max clashes with is the person he's in the championship with, because he'll do anything to win. So Victoria on the stream. Albon said it was a Japanese restaurant. Interesting. Okay. Tyrant as well on the stream, dude. Who's going to pay for it next year? I wonder why Bottas paid for it. Also, why can't they split the bill, man? Come on. I mean, look, I ain't rich, so I don't know. But I assume when you're all rich at that point, it's just like, fuck me. Like, what's $5,000? Nothing. Wonder if Bottas paying for it is just kind of is like, guys, I'm retiring. It's on me, lads. It's on me. Or maybe it's I've just signed a new deal. It's on me, lads. It's on me. What's up, Zuki? Who made your overlay and alert hub? They're all made by different people. This was made by Paper Crowns. This was made by someone else. I can't remember their name. It was so long ago now. Wildy, I think was his name. He's changed his names now. And then the live timings are from Multiviewer. I had the opportunity to have a premium meal courtesy of an invite, and I dished out $200 on my expenses alone. I'd say depending on what they got, it was probably worth it. Yeah. In my life, I've had the opportunity to have 2 really expensive meals, courtesy of Red Bull. Just happened to be at a couple dinners, at events and stuff like that, and fuck me, it's crazy. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel right being like, all right, because I look at food and I go, oh, yummy, right? But then when you know that the food is like $50 or something, I mean, even that doesn't sound that much. When you know like one single little starter dish is very expensive, you're like, oh, I don't. No, you eat it. You eat it. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, no, you eat it. You eat it. Because I feel bad eating it because I'm not paying for it. But then if I was paying, I wouldn't be buying that shit because it's so expensive. And I'm just like, you know what I mean? It's a weird experience to be in. But it depends who you're with. I remember the second time I had a very, very, very expensive dinner. The person was very like, you know what? We'll just get all this for the table. Everyone share. Blah 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 blah. I'm paying for it. Blah 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 blah. Blah. What drink do you want? You know what I mean? It was a really nice experience. It was a very like It was like a I'm treating everyone at the table experience. Whereas the first time it was kind of like, okay, this is crazy. I don't know what to do. I feel bad spending more than $20 for myself at dinner. Me and fellow, honestly, kind of mid hype. Got to me, really. My entree was 85 USD. Goddamn, dude. I can't remember the second dinner. I can't remember what it was, what we had for the mains. All I remember is we had this cheesecake. It was the best cheesecake ever. Like generally, I would go back to that restaurant just for the cheesecake. Like it was no joke. The best, might be top 3 dishes I've ever had in my life was that cheesecake. I don't even remember where it was. It was somewhere in London. I need to find the fucking place again. It was fucking insane. Did they put names out of a helmet to decide who pays for it? I think last year Lewis paid for it because he organized it, and I think this year Bottas probably was just like, I'll get it, guys. So I missed, but can you tell me which song did you play at the start of the stream? The first song was Close by Calvin Harris. The second song was Prima Donna by Marina. I think it's Marina and the Diamonds. Yeah, Prima Donna by Marina. The last weekend of Alexandra and I forgot what fucking Signs' name is. Signs' girlfriend's name is. When it's your money, you care about it, but when you don't have to pay for it, you don't care about it as much. Well, I'm still very, very grateful, but it becomes less of a I don't care. It actually becomes more of a care. Like well, it depends. If I paid for something myself and I didn't like it, I'd be like, fuck, man, I paid for that. That's fucking sucked. And if it's good, I'm like, oh yeah, that was well worth my money. But when someone else has paid for it, it becomes like I need to enjoy this. And if I don't enjoy it, I'm still like, it doesn't matter. I didn't pay for this. You know, this is nice. And if it's good, you're like, oh my God, I feel so guilty. Like, fuck me. Like, it's just so nice. Oh my God. And then if you're sharing with someone who's paid, you're like, no, you have it. No, you have it. You have it. No, you have it. No, you have it. You have it. You have it. No, you have it. You have it. Rebecca is her name. Right, yeah. The last weekend of Alexandra and Rebecca. I've written off 27,000 USD in dinners for clients in 1 year. Oh my Lord. These dinners are written off as entertainment expenses against your tax, so less tax, right? Yeah, I've definitely got that vibe. Company cards, tax, all that stuff. They fucking splurge out. Holy. Gasly Cooker, I know it's just practice, but still, yeah. Wow, he's up there ahead of the Red Bulls and Ferraris right now. Oh, no, Leclerc's at the top. Wow, Leclerc at the top. I mean, it's the soft tire, but still. Didn't expect that. All right, we got 7 minutes left to practice one, guys. All right, stick around after the watch along. We're going to be going over all the news of the week, and there's a lot of juicy drama to talk about. Then we've got F2 qualifying, then we've got practice 2, so stick around. Good stream ahead of us today. Explain the photo of you guys outside the restaurant. So Lemons was coming to England. I said if it aligns with a QPR match, we'll go to QPR. It didn't align with a QPR match. Or I think the QPR match was on an F1 weekend. And then I was like, let's go meet up and we'll have a drink. And then we went to the city and we walked around and all the pubs were fucking packed. And then we found a little pub and we sat down. We had a drink. I forced a beer down his throat, aka he doesn't drink. So I introduced him to the world of a pint. And then he booked himself like dinner at this like kind of nice restaurant. And I was like, oh, I'll pass on that. I'm not too much of a food connoisseur and I don't have the money to spend on a bougie ass restaurant. So we then walked to the restaurant. I held his hand the whole way and dropped him off at the restaurant. And then we got a photo and then I left. And then he enjoyed his lovely meal. He had an hour train ride to go home. And again, we planned it last minute. So bro made me walk miles after I walked miles the day before. I love being out and beer. Honestly, it's weird. I hated beer my whole life. The second I moved to the UK, I don't know, man. When's the baby due? Never. Oh my god. The McLaren is looking more and more black by the week, and it looks so much better. Is that just me? Did you, when the car was going down the straight and the DRS was open, the car actually looked fucking mean with the MasterCard on the front. It's looking more and more like the IndyCar livery. I like that a lot. Whereas Max, yeah, Hudge is driving for Max at the moment. Max having a baby, which means he'll leave even sooner. Yeah, we're talking about that at the start of the stream today, Devi Ash. Could that mean Max will retire at the end of the season? Who knows? At least Charles is actually able to run alongside Arthur, who was worried early in the session. Oh yeah, because he only just got out, isn't he? Joe is not happy with the setup. Bro, it's FP1. Chill out, fam. Chill out. But yeah, my expensive 6 USD dessert at the place was bananas fostered with premium rum, and the bananas caramelized tail cider plate literally still had blue flames for like another minute. See, that's what I don't understand about expensive food, right? Banana, a little bit of rum, whatever, $60 US. You can't tell me those ingredients come to $30. Surely not. Haas brought upgrades. Maybe just testing out some things for the new year. For next year, sorry. I ain't gonna lie, man. The McLaren livery front on is fucking sexy now. This time I was tired of having a teammate say when I got a new one. Ponden is a good name, thank you. It's weird. I always feel very self-conscious about Ponden being my online name, considering it's nothing close to my real name. And in the F1 community, everyone goes by their real name. Even like someone like Thom, like his real name's Tom. So it makes sense, you know what I mean? But it wasn't until I saw like the streamer awards and like what was it? Complexity. Was it complex? No, Complexes. Like top 25 streamers of the year. Every single person other than Kai Cenat and Duke Dennis were all creator names. And I was like, you know, I feel less bad about it now. Like maybe creator names aren't as common as they used to be, because like the main reason people had creator names was because of the gaming world. But still, like, well, Blondin. Your real name isn't Ponden? What the hell? I know, right? A lot of people are like, where does Ponden come? Honestly, it means nothing. My friend just typed random names in TeamSpeak one day, and I was like, I'll go with that one. And then I started using it for Counter-Strike and use it on Counter-Strike for years, and then yeah, kept using it for streaming. And I mean, I like the name. I never wanted a name like Ninja or Courage or Speed, you know, words like that are actual words, because as cool as Ninja and Speed and Courage are as names, one, they're so fucking common. Two, imagine getting the copyright for them. Fucked. Yeah, I want to say unique, that it's just like no one else has the name Ponden other than this fucking company in like Netherlands called Ponden Mill, or was it, no, the Ponden Mill? Ponden. Anyways, they sell furniture. Ponden something. They sell furniture. It was actually funny. My parents were in Scotland and they walked past the Ponden store. It was kind of funny, and they sent a photo of it. So yeah, when you search Ponden on Google, it's like first link is like Ponden's website, and then second link is like my Twitch. So we just need to get above them, and we're cooking. Oh, Ponden Home, that was it. Ponden Home, and then somewhere there's like a mill called the Ponden Mill, because in Netherlands, any Dutch is Dutchies a bad word? Is there any Dutch people in chat? Ponden means pounds in Netherlands, right? Is this Yuki's helmet? Or is this a Wasa's with the fucking smiley face on top? This is a Wasa. That's a cool helmet. I like that. The name's Dan. Ponden. I suppose it is pretty similar to the Darren Watkins, if you ask me. Yeah, true. My name is literally my initials and the year I was born. Born in 2007. The fact that 2007s are turning 18 next year, crazy. It's always just some random company somewhere, even more random, to be honest. Yeah. When I'm just waiting here with a name similar, then I'm just waiting here with a name similar to a way of watching movies, if you know this guy. Torrent. Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, Torrent. Like, do you like that name, or is that meant to be like is there a meaning behind it? Pounds, the plural. It's like, okay, Dutch people. Ponden means pounds, but does it mean pounds as in British pounds, or does it mean pounds as in weight pounds? I don't know why I find it so odd that people are born after me. For me, it's more just like when you think like someone born in 2010, right? So like almost 10 years after. Let's use 2011, 10 years after me, can speak, walk, and like live their own life. Like, how old is it? 2011, 14. Like, no, 13. Crazy, man. The weight, right? Arthur Claire's driving for Carlos. Ponder's 6. Easy to remember and makes you unique out of all the F1 creators out there. Well, good. I'm glad people like the name. Because, okay, for me, there's nothing worse than showing up to an event. Specifically, like a creator event, right? And I'm like, do I introduce myself as Ponden? That was nice from James to come on the radio and say thank you and well done to Browning. Yeah, no, I appreciate the comments about the name, because for me, there's nothing worse than going to like a creator event and I'm like, do I introduce myself as Ponden? Because some people might not 100% know who I am, and I'd rather introduce myself as my creator name because I'm there as a creator. But also, some people might be like not sure who I am, or like seen my face but don't know who I am. And if I say Ponden, they'll be like, ah. But if I say Blake, they're like, what the fuck? But then if I say Ponden, they go, Ponden? Like the amount of times it's like, oh, hi, my name is Ponden. Ponden. And it's like, yes, my fucking creator name. So then I've just started to introduce myself as Blake, and if the conversation goes on, then whatever. But it depends. It depends on the situation. I'll change my name depending on the situation. The only reason I don't like my name is because people struggle to pronounce it for some reason, right? I look at it and I go Ponden. But the thing is, when you read that, Den is pronounced like Den. and Pon. So Ponden. What is Alonso on? Worst car ever. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I feel like for me, it's like people read it and they try too hard to pronounce it like Ponden. But it's just like, it's a Ponden. Like, you don't have to pronounce the den like den. You just go Ponden, Ponden, Ponden. But yeah, I've had Pondien, I've had Pondon, Poden, Poden. Poden is the main one. Ponden, it's just like, bro, just Ponden, man. Chase Corner, they were the follow on the stream. What about like Ponden F1? So if they don't know Ponden, at least they know what you're about. No, I hate putting F1, Motorsport, Counter-Strike, anything in my name. I think if you put your niche in your name, you are limiting yourself to that. So for instance, the amount of people who are called blah, blah, blah F1, but then do content for Formula E makes no sense. The amount of people who do have blah, blah, blah F1 in their name, but then play Call of Duty on their stream doesn't make sense. Well, just, you don't need to put your niche in your name. It just limits you, you know, because who knows, maybe in 5 years time I want to be a variety streamer. Maybe I'd start doing MotoGP, you know what I mean? For instance, imagine my name is Ponden Counter-Strike, because I made this name when I started playing Counter-Strike. It would still be Ponden Counter-Strike today, and I'm doing F1 stuff. You never know what the future may hold, and you're just limiting yourself to that. So I'd never put it in my name, to be honest. Oh no. Oh no. That's cool. It must be nice to see Leclerc. It must be good to see for Leclerc to see his brother on track. Wow, it's 10. 10 place grid penalty for Leclerc. Wow. That's cool, man. Imagine growing up and now you're both driving Ferraris together out on track. That's so fucking cool. I hope someone got a good photo of that. Wow, 10 places? I thought it'd be 5. That is not good for the constructors, man. Even if he starts pole, that is not good for the constructors. You know, there's already a slim chance of them winning. Now it's an even slimmer and slimmer and slimmer chance. You know, they need to hope for a McLaren retirement. It's going to be tough. Anyways, Leclerc at the top. I haven't really paid attention to the timings. Let's have a look at these real quick. So Leclerc at the top, 2/10 up. Oh, wow, everyone went out on softs in the end. So Leclerc, 2/10 up. Then Lando, then Lewis, then Russell. Gasly, wow, best of the rest. Hulkenberg, Franco Colapinto, that's a great lap from him. Kevin Magnussen, Felipe Drugovich ahead of Sergio Perez. Wow, good lap from Drugovich too. Drugovich doing better than Alonso. Then Liam, Bottas, Hirakawa. Hirakawa improved in the end. Nice. Hudja, Zhou, Awasa, Leclerc, Doohan, and Browning. Wow, Doohan, the second worst rookie out on the grid. There's no excuse there as well. There is no excuse there. Oh, the car's poo. Well, no, because Gasly was P5. And after Leclerc was higher than Awasa, Hudja, Hirakawa, Drugovich were all higher than him. That's interesting. Wow. Anyways, that was a good practice one. I really enjoyed chatting about everything, seeing all the rookies out on track. In the end, did any rookie beat their teammate? Was it just Drugovich? Yeah, it was just Drugovich, it looks like. Yeah, just Drugovich. Well, Colapinto did really well. Doing only on used meds. Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. Sorry, bye. No, that's the most recent time. I was looking at the time on the screen. He was on softs when he set his fastest lap. But I guess that's when he set the lap, and maybe he set it early in the session. Who knows? Anyways, guys, I really enjoyed that session. It was great talking about everything. One sec, let me just finish reading the message in the chat, and then we'll wrap up FP1 there. But stick around. On Twitch, we will be live for the next 2.5 hours while we wait for FP2. We've got F2 qualifying to watch. We've got a lot of news to talk about, so be sure to stick around. Poden is a small dispersed settlement in the hills above the left bank of Kulpa River in the municipality of Kostel in southern Slovenia. You mean Ponden, not Poden? Just don't use any Podens. Where's that in chat? Please show live F1. I cannot show it live as it's copyright, dude. But we do watch-alongs here for every single session. 10 Rip Fry's World Constructors Championships. Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. All right, YouTube gang. Come over to the Twitch stream. Link in the chat. We're going to be live for the next 2.5 hours on there. Considering the streams. Otherwise, I'll be back for FP2 YouTube chat. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.